There is a dangerous lie that we are sold about success. We are told that if we just find the right opportunity, the path to the top will be a straight line. Think about the beginning of any journey. You start a new business, you enter a new market, you make that first trade. Almost instantly, you get a taste of success, a small win. The dopamine hits. You think to yourself, this is it. I found the secret. I'm going to be rich. But the universe has a funny way of testing your conviction. It will give you a taste of the prize just to see how much pain you are willing to endure to actually keep it. Right now, you might be in what they call the drawdown. You invested your time, you invested your capital, you put your heart on the line, and suddenly the momentum stopped. The numbers went red, the results vanished. You are staring at a wall of resistance, and a voice in your head is screaming at you to cut your losses, close your position, and walk away. Before you listen to that voice, I need to tell you a story about a man named R.U. Darby. In the late 1800s, Darby was caught in the grip of the gold rush. He traveled west, staked a claim, and went to work with nothing but a pickaxe and a shovel. And very quickly, he struck a vein of glittering ore. He had found it, the motherlode. Darby quietly covered up his strike and rushed back home. He told his family and his neighbors. They pooled their money together. They leveraged everything they had to buy the heaviest, most expensive mining machinery of the era, and they shipped it back to the mine.
The first cars of ore were pulled out and shipped to the smelter. The returns were massive. Just a few more cars of that gold would clear all their debts. After that, pure, unimaginable wealth. Down went the drills, high went their hopes. And then, the vein of gold simply vanished. They had reached the end of the rainbow, and the pot of gold wasn't there. It was a false top. The supply had completely dried up.
Desperation set in. Darby and his crew kept drilling. They kept pushing the machinery to its limits, blindly trying to pick up the vein again. They burned through their capital. They burned through their energy. Day after day, week after week, nothing but empty dirt and worthless rock. This is the moment of capitulation. It is the exact moment in the cycle where the weak hands fold. It is the moment where the psychological pain of holding a losing position becomes too heavy to bear. Darby broke. He lost his nerve. He decided the dream was dead, and he quit. He sold all of that heavy, expensive machinery to a local junk man for a few $100s. He packed his bags, tucked his tail between his legs, and took the train back home in total defeat. He closed his position right at the bottom. But the story doesn't end there. The junk man who bought the machinery wasn't just a scavenger. He was a tactician. He didn't just walk into the mine and start swinging a pickaxe blindly. He hired a mining engineer, an expert who understood the deep structural layout of the earth. The engineer came in, analyzed the rock, looked at the charts of the fault lines, and realized exactly what had happened. The engineer told the junk man that the vein hadn't disappeared. It had simply been displaced by a fault line. The math was clear. The data was clear. The engineer pointed to a spot on the rock wall and said, "The gold is right there. Keep drilling." The junk man turned the machines back on. Do you know where they found the gold? They hit the main vein exactly 3 feet from where Darby had stopped drilling. 3 feet. Darby quit, walked away in disgrace, and handed one of the wealthiest gold strikes in human history to a junk man because he couldn't push through 3 more feet of dirt. Listen to me very carefully.
The biggest payout of your life is waiting for you just on the other side of your deepest moment of doubt. Success plays a cruel trick on all of us. It hides its greatest rewards directly behind the strongest walls of resistance. When the market is bleeding you dry, when your business feels completely stagnant, when you feel like you are swinging a pickaxe into empty stone and getting nowhere, you are being tested. Most people sell their machinery. Most people capitulate when the pressure gets too high. But you are not most people. You do not close your position right before the breakout. You hold the line. You reevaluate. You study the fault lines. You sharpen your mind, and you keep digging. Do not let a moment of temporary exhaustion cost you a lifetime of freedom. You are 3 feet from gold. Pick up the axe, turn the machines back on, and strike.